Are you living proof that something good happened to you when you're in miserable pain? Me, I'm not living proof. Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon reviewing I Am Living Proof. So this is one of the family event movies where I didn't see a trailer. I said I walked in the theater and I go, can I have one ticket please for I Am Living Proof? And I say, can I have a Tuesday showing for Seven Veils at 6:40? They go, actually, on Tuesday, we don't have Seven Veils at 6:40. You could do it to Wednesday. So I said, fine. Give me a ticket for Monday. Give me a ticket for Wednesday. And then Last Supper on Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to do Opus and Black Bag. I think, right? Okay, now I'm just bullshitting. Anyway, you want to know what this movie's about. Pretty simple premise. This talks about tent culture. You're probably thinking, what the hell are you talking about? No, it is about, you call it tent culture, but there's a guy, Mario, who is in Colorado. No. He was in California going up a highway, right? And he was doing tents. But he said something about, wait a minute, maybe I should go to Colorado Springs because someone did call him and say, hey, can you come here? And he's like, okay, let's do it. So he brings a tent to like Colorado Springs or Pueblo or something like that in Colorado. And there's 3 stories, a guy and 2 females. The guy is a skeptic. He doesn't believe. Right, let's put it that way. Then another girl who has a family and who has a miserable back. And then the third girl is something that's happened to her insides where she just can't eat. She's losing weight, etc., etc. They all 3 go to this tent at different times, and they all get healed, and they all have different stories. For example, the guy, bad back, something happened to him. Like I said, he doesn't believe. He's like, this is stupid. Get me out of this tent now. This is some BS. This is BS. But he was on fire or something. Like, ah! And he was healed. Same with the girl with the bad back. He pointed at her, this Mario guy. He's like, God's going to heal you. Something happens. Boom. Same with the girl, but the girl comes up and she's like going crazy because she's like saying the love is like getting rid of the sickness or whatever. So with that, did I like this show? And I kind of already told you, like, I didn't even tell you what I liked about it. I thought it was interesting. I didn't know where I was going to go with this movie because, like I said, I didn't see a trailer. I didn't know what it was about. It's an evangelical movie. And it does have some interviews with the people, the friends of the people, the family of the people, and some other priests, or if you want to call them pastors, like green pastures. No, pastor. God, I'm an idiot sometimes. English language sucks. That's why I can't learn another language because my brain is so dumb. Anyway, so we're having those different interviews, and I do think it's interesting. And I do like how it doesn't really focus on Mario, the guy who's like, quote unquote, leading the tent culture. I'm calling it that way because they call in this movie tent culture, where it used to be really famous and now it's slowly coming back. So if that offends you, I'm sorry. I'm calling it tent culture. So with that, I am glad it doesn't focus on him. Yes, you're going to interview him sometimes, but it is focusing on these 3 people that never met, that have different injuries, and that something does happen to them. I do like that aspect of it, of having good interviews, and it really does that way. There is one scene in the movie that really did get to me, and if you did watch my first reaction out of the theater, I'll just re-say it, is there's a scene where he goes, someone put an expiration date on you, and I'm going to take the expiration date off. And that line, like, was pretty damn, like, powerful, because with my sister who passed away from cancer, we went to 2, that's a lie. My mom went to 2 hospitals, one in Houston. You probably know which one that is, and I think one in Virginia. They both said 10 to 12 months, nothing we could do. 10 to 12 months, nothing we could do. And so my mom's like, F you. Sorry, I know this is a Christian side evangelical, but, sometimes this happens. San Diego, Dr. Kesari, I think that's what his name is, I don't know. All I know he's an Indian doctor, and he said, I'm going to do the best I can. And he didn't give an expiration date, and that's where our mom said, yes, we're going to go to San Diego. So they lived in Texas, and every 3 weeks flew to San Diego for chemo and back. Southwest was fantastic on that level. I know I'm like, oh, but, So with that, having an expiration date, that really did hit me the right way, because of people don't know what people have sometimes. And is it fair for these doctors to give people expiration dates and like not give them hope? Like, would you really tell a child with cancer, like a 7-year-old, like, you got a year to live? Like, no, don't do that. Yes, be optimistic at some point. Like, it's just kind of like ridiculous that some people do that. Belief. Do I believe that? And okay, well, I don't know. Maybe. I think so. Because then I went to Lourdes, France, going to the grotto and helping people like get. I know they don't like saying dunked, but it is they walk in the water, they lean back, you help them up, and things like that when they're naked. Or if they don't do that, they just go to the thing. You pour water on their hands, they put on their face, wash their hands, drink a little bit of it, of the water from Lourdes, France. So from Saint Bernadette. So with that, it brings back some decent memories of that. And, I'm not going back in June. It's like I would go back in June, but my mom is. So I'm thinking, do I volunteer to go? But anyway, this movie, I think it does its purpose. It's an hour, 24 minutes. It tells 3 stories. It's telling this tent culture. I think it does its job right. It's not preachy, in my opinion. Yes, you could say some of these people are preachy, but when something happens to them and you just feel their love and they're not trying to BS the audience, it's hard for me to dog this movie. Yes, it could have maybe have a little bit more, stories, but it's okay. Maybe some people are saying 3 stories ain't going to cut it for me, and that's fine. But I do think this movie does shed a light on, maybe there are miracles out there. Things just can't be explained. So I Am Living Proof will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons, which equals that 80%. So these are the critics and user scores gave this one. And right now we are at a 0 with the tomato meter, fewer than 50. So you only get my 90. Chase out here, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm one of these Bluetontopia. You Bluetonians, thank you for watching. For a great down. Watch this tape tomorrow, week from a month, or year from every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And yeah, what do you think? Honestly, are you a believer?